Hey, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about Kerryon Johnson's release from the Lions. And Kerryon Johnson, as you all know, he's a running back. He turns 24 soon, and so on June 30th. So he's very young running back, and as you know, our running back room, they're all on 1 year contract. You have Mark Ingram, you have David Johnson, and Philip Lindsay, but David Johnson and Mark Ingram are kind of on the older side, and so it's definitely worth getting someone like Kerryon Johnson, who in the past season didn't have the greatest. He played 8 games. He had 113 rushes for 403 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 22 first downs. His longest run was 20 yards. But in 2018, which is his rookie season, he played 10 games, had 118 rushes, 641 yards, 3 touchdowns, 32 first downs, and a longest run of 71 yards. So the potential is definitely there with Kerryon Johnson. And as you all know, we didn't really pick up a running back in the draft or in undrafted free agency. So there's definitely, I feel like we should pick him up just to give him a chance. And I think we'll definitely have a good shot at getting him because we do have a high priority because of our terrible record last season. But what do you think about potentially getting Kerryon Johnson?
Yeah, I would love Kerryon Johnson on this team. From the things that I've heard about him, he's a very good leader. He's a very good person. He's just a very good running back and person overall. Yeah, as you said, he's still pretty young. He's 24 or about to be 24. All the running backs are on 1 year deal, so he could come in here. He's still on his rookie contract. I think he has 2 more years left. So he'll be the only running back on this team with a deal longer than 1 year. So I mean, yeah, that's something we really need, I guess. Say we could re-sign maybe Philip Lindsay at the end of the season, have Philip Lindsay and Kerryon Johnson as like a two-headed monster going on after next season. And then, as you were saying, Mark Ingram and David Johnson, one of them could be cut. I mean, I could see David Johnson being cut maybe if we sign Kerryon Johnson. And I think that would be a very, very possible option. I don't think it's realistic, but I mean, I could definitely see Nick picking up a guy like that. But yeah, I could see it happening, but I don't think it's too possible.
Yeah, New England did host him for a draft workout when Nick Caserio was the vice president of player personnel. And Robert Prince, who is currently our wide receiver coach, has had previous experience with Kerryon Johnson in Detroit. So obviously there's that connection there. And yeah, we could definitely use his services here. He probably won't get too much of a snap count given our like kind of there's so many people in our running back room. With you all on top of the 3 guys you mentioned, you also have Buddy Howell, Scotty Phillips, and some other undrafted guys that we probably haven't heard about. So we might have to cut one of them, and I'd be fine if we cut either. Probably Scotty Phillips might be the guy we cut because he hasn't seen any snaps, I don't think, or hasn't really shown anything, and so he's probably and Kerryon Johnson is worth doing that in my opinion, just because he's had more experience than Scotty Phillips, but it's still yet to see. But I think he could be a good addition on this team. And obviously, I mean, this team is like in the rebuilding phase, so who knows? He could get those opportunities that I mentioned earlier. So, any final thoughts before we wrap up the video?
Yeah, one last thing on Kerryon Johnson. He reminds me of a little bit of like Luke Johnson in a way, in the sense of like a pass catching back, more of a third down back. Like not I guess a all 3 down back. He's not a guy who's gonna be in there, be your workhorse back or anything like that. He's gonna be there to be that reliever type of back that like late in the game, give it off to him, let him see if he has any big play opportunities in the fourth quarter or anything like that. So yeah, I mean he would be perfect on this team in my opinion, especially that it's a young rebuilding team. So yeah, I could definitely see it.
Yeah, and we do have some roster spots open as Nick Caserio didn't really sign too many undrafted guys, so getting Kerryon Johnson on your team is definitely going to be a plus. And I feel like Nick Caserio, as aggressive as he has been in free agency, he's gonna aggressively pursue Kerryon Johnson. There's only 2 teams ahead of us that can win him in a sense. So I think Nick Caserio can definitely get it done if he just so chooses to. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Let us know your thoughts on the potential signing of Kerryon Johnson. And as always, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. Thank y'all for watching. Peace.